Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, today we are leaving Berlin in a very happy mood because Srila Yati Maharaj is giving a very beautiful attention to the community, and everybody starts loving him like it is supposed to be in a spiritual community. If in a spiritual community you do not love the people who are looking after it, then it will simply not be very successful. So therefore, the preachers, they are having a great responsibility of giving to others this love and attention so that they can advance in spiritual life. The spiritual life is a loving transaction, and this loving transaction takes place by TLC, tender love and care. You can sit down. This tender love and care is for sick people to become healthy from the doctors. But tender love and care in preaching is our daily doses of smiles, encouraging words, positive instructions, reflections, the scriptures, prasadam, deity darshan, and devotional service. Actually, the leader in Krishna consciousness is the one who gives you seva. Seva is essential. Srila Prabhupada, by his mercy, he inundated us with seva. He gave us books to distribute. He gave us festivals to observe. He gave us all the duties to share with others. When somebody comes to Krishna consciousness, he wants to feel that he's getting included in the family. It's a very substantial relationship. Everything depends on, I love you because you're Krishna's devotee, and I love you because you are representative of Srila Prabhupada. What makes any devotee important? That he's a representative of Srila Prabhupada, or Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, if you want to expand it to the whole Gaudiya Math consciousness. A representative of Lord Chaitanya, a representative of Radha Krishna, a representative of Sita Ram. This is where we start doing devotional service. Everything in and around the Bhagavad Gita is about devotional service, controlling the senses, giving our love and our attention to Krishna. So Yati Maharaj is doing that service very nicely, and the people in the community, they start appreciating this more and more. This is good for them. If you have politics in the temple, if you criticize the one who is having the charge on his shoulder, then instead of helping him, you're destroying that communal work. Like, for example, we had a Swami here, and he wasn't very friendly nor agreeable that he wasn't the supreme in charge. So he preferred to move away. Now, wherever he is, he has to be that person to represent Srila Prabhupada. For example, Prem Kishore was here, and he was so loving and worshipping the deities. Everybody loved him, but he wasn't the temple president in charge of everything, but he harmonized. So when you harmonize with the local leader and you help him, then the spiritual community is intact. But this is the whole thing. Like, I dedicate my whole life to encouraging the local leaders I am not even a leader. Yes, people consider me the spiritual leader in many sense, but what is the use of a leader who is not there? What is the use for somebody who's just remote control? Even people are not very good in listening to classes or reading books or going to monthly or weekly chats or reading even a WhatsApp group, unless it is what you call a gossip group. Gossip groups are quite popular because people, oh, what's happening there, what's happening there, who did this wrong, who did that wrong, what is the opinion of one, and then two people say, yeah, I like what you said, the other say, no, I don't like it. So this type of gossip group has some popularity. It's like social interaction with the mind, where the mind and the likes and dislikes are cultivated. But devotional groups are not like this. Devotional groups are, this service is being done, who can help? Yes, I will help. Very good. Do this, do that, do that. Devotional groups, let's say WhatsApp groups or so, they are helpful, but otherwise the gossip groups are not very helpful, even though there may be some good words inside also. So my personal experience is that the spiritual life depends on a loving personal relationship with the leader. If you don't like the leader, if you make politics against the leader who has the temple on his shoulder, then instead of doing devotional service, you're destroying your own shraddha, your own enthusiasm to do something solid and positive. Every place needs this love, this relationship, where you love the leaders and you give some active support to what they do. Now, if for some reason you really don't like somebody because you think he's not doing a good job, then you can go privately and make what you call constructive criticism. Constructive criticism, it's accepted, but it's not political, it's not behind the back. It's in the face. Oh, I would like to help you, but this or that I don't like. If you are not received, if the leader doesn't listen to you, if he's not interested, then go and start a new preaching project. Just go and start a new one. Prabhupada wanted temples everywhere. Harijan Swami wanted 500 temples only in Colombia. So, get it. We need many places for spreading Krishna consciousness, many places where the love transaction is promoted. It's all about love. And I'm very confident of going away from Berlin because I can see the leader is trying to give his love. No, he's not trying, he's giving his love. He's giving love and guidance, and whoever wants to help here is welcome and is included. Doesn't matter whether you're from India or from Germany or from South America, it doesn't matter. But you have to have that attitude. You have to be part of the Gandharvika Govinda Sundaram temple. So I'm very confident. I mean, I'm confident because I see the results. I see the enthusiasm. I see what Krishna is providing, even though, like after COVID, we went through a huge crisis, financial crisis. We went through a crisis of many different devotees wanting to do their own things, more dedicated to their selfish economical development. Well, so yes, many devotees, especially when they become grihastas, they are more interested in their economical development. Yes. Well, it's up to their consciousness what they're going to do with their money. It's up to them. I mean, I've seen it even in the previous administrations here in Berlin. There were young men, they were just about getting married, and so they were more concerned with their own business. As a matter of fact, what we call vegetarismus in Berlin, the catering and all the things this temple was doing, the same people who were organizing this catering, they took the catering business with them, and they forgot the temple. Now they're making money. I hope they make a lot of money, because they're good devotees at heart. And so they were concerned with this, how to finance their whatever they want to do in life. No problem. We wish them well. Govinda, I love them. Bali. But they were too much concerned with their own stuff and not with the temple. So they weren't very qualified to be the temple presidents. What to speak of others who just wanted to have some prestige here, but not actually giving even honor to Srila Prabhupada and like that. I don't want to mention too many names here, but I know the community knows who I'm talking about. So in a way, we needed a real loving temple president who really cares for this temple or for that temple or for our community, for the projects. Then we are very happy that we have the project in Dwarkadam, Pati and Mohini. They have a big task there. If Krishna wants that community to grow around them, which I envision, where they are the spiritual masters and guides, they have to do a lot of preaching, and I pray that they will be able to do that, because otherwise living in the countryside just in a nice house, after a while it gets boring if you don't preach, no? And preaching is our life. Prabhupada is our life. He gave everything to preaching. Preaching means loving. Preaching means giving. Preaching means including others. Preaching means to open the books and then to draw from the books the practical application, what we are going to do here in the temple. Because you read the books, but then there's no prasadam, and then there's no this. Today's Ekadasi, Jai Sri Ekadasi. When there's no practical translation of the theory into the practice, then there is no temple. Then there is no community. Then there is no shelter. To give shelter to others, it's difficult. If I think of other people like Chaitya Guru, he was a good guy in a sense, but he was so absorbed in himself and his sense gratification. He wasn't a good temple president anymore. So temple president is dedication. It may be a grihastha, it may be a brahmachari, it may be a sannyasi, but full dedication from the leader has to be there. Unless it is there, then the temple will not grow. It will not encourage. Now here we have very beautiful leaders. Rasa Mandala is a real beautiful Maharani. She's and then we have also Vihasta leaders, like we have our Radhanath. He's a wonderful spiritual leader. Then there's Goloka, he's a wonderful spiritual leader. Vaidyanath, he's a wonderful spiritual leader. They're really helpful. Look, Vaidyanath made an inheritance of an apartment in Buenos Aires. And what idea he had? He didn't think, I have to immediately take this money and spend it for myself. No, he gave it to the devotees in Argentina, which were going through difficult times. Rents are too high and very difficult. He gave it to them to make a preaching center in Buenos Aires. And that's where Govinda Dham expanded and Radha Govinda Prabhu is preaching. What is this? That is the example of sacrifice for the cause. We had a place in Meerwegen and we thought we can make nice programs. They didn't even want Sunday feast there. And then we had our own places, we have our own buildings in Meerwegen, and they didn't want us to develop them because then they would lose the control. No, Maya is tough. There's a lot of ego working in this world. So communities are not easy to do. I have a personal experience, I just come from Colombia, Varshana. Yes, everything, if you work for the Lord without egotism and with communal love and appreciation of the others, You are going to have a big success, but don't make politics, not for money or for personal benefits. Make arrangements, divine arrangements of preaching everywhere. Lord Chaitanya's mission. You will be successful. And that's why this temple is now successful. Even though Yati Maharaj has a hard time with his body, it's not easy to be a temple president and have a sick body at the same time. So in the same way, I wish also that Harikatha Ashram be happy preaching center and can go and touch many hearts. We want to touch everybody's heart, from top to bottom. And I tell you, in Berlin, I had a hard time. In the later years when I was coming here, you know, I came here very rarely, and I didn't have much energy. But even then, the local leaders were not very, very cooperative, or they wouldn't really listen to me. Like, for example, I made a whole design for Mewing to be a community where people can walk around and see spiritual things every corner, going from one property, because we have many properties in Mewing with the different devotees. Zero response. They politicked against my ideas. Okay, my ideas may not be the greatest. Okay, it's possible. But like, for example, Hungary, the Hungary development of the farm. I mean, in a way, I was the one who got this temple constructed to get Harijan, to get all these beautiful statues from India, to install them all around the temple, to make it like a kind of a tour, a Krishna conscious tour. Same thing we were planning for Mewing. Politics, only politics. You know, I was so sick and tired of it. So, but whatever. Krishna gives and Krishna takes. And sometimes Krishna gives you all facility, sometimes he doesn't give. If the people are not reciprocating, if they are not very happy about the ideas. Anyhow, now we're in a different time, a different spirit, and let's see what comes. Now I'm going to La Palma to try to help Siddhanti to get something going there, because why should I go there? I'm not going there to enjoy La Palma, to tell you the truth. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world. Yes, the volcano just made a big disaster there. It reached 1,000 meters from our own properties, farm. The lava came, practically devastated everything, except our temple remained alive. So I'm not going there to enjoy. I'm going there to help my brother, my beloved Siddhanti Maharaj, and all the other devotees, Tulasi, who's doing an incredible work. But this is what life is all about. My life is helping others. I'm not the spiritual leader anywhere in reality, unless you're staying there, living there, encouraging there, protecting there, giving shelter to devotees and service to them one by one, then you're not the spiritual leader. Our spiritual leader is Srila Prabhupada. He has given us the scriptures. I have written a few technical essays for technical increasing the preaching, Oida therapy, temple president, and so I'm like a pencil pusher, a bureaucratic assistant for administration. But the books, it's Prabhupada's books, Srila Maharaj's books, they are our scriptures, and they are our spiritual leaders in all transcendence. Plus, we have Paramatma, Chaitya Guru. But the real spiritual leader in details, if anything was there, or is there in my spiritual life, then it is a love I feel for you, the trust I feel in you. When I give you a project, I encourage you to do something, then let's go, let's do it. And in this way, I will go on in my life doing this, encouraging leaders. This is my very existence, my life, my purpose. And we'll be back soon here with Yati Maharaj and this beautiful community with my Govinda I love so much. And yes, and I hope these words which I'm sending out here today reach some people's heart, because if you don't take it to heart, you don't get nothing. You get nothing and you do nothing. Like some people come here for years, come here, eat prasada, make a few comments, fix a few wires, and then they think they are becoming big devotees because they're a long time in the movement. No, it doesn't work that easy. Anyhow, don't take my words as critics. And I just want to say it's all about love. Love, love, love. Bhakti, love, prema. The bhaktas love Krishna, and Krishna loves the bhaktas. And the bhaktas, they love the bhaktas, okay? If you don't love the bhaktas who are doing the work, then I don't know who you love. And I don't know what's the value of your love. Thank you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I have to go, but I thought this Ekadasi, I wanted to give a few heart-to-heart words for you to understand what this process is all about. Jai Sri Radhe.
Hari.